Thank you. Good morning. And not only good morning to the media, but good morning to this sacred place called the Democratic Labour Party. Your welcome this morning has overwhelmed me. I'm not usually at a loss for words, but there are two words. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This week has been a whirlwind. I want to say to the media, I want to say to this party, because we are on the sacred ground of the Democratic Labour Party. And I want to say to you that I have not come here to lead. I have come to join this party in its mission to lead Barbados. Because we know what is happening in Barbados right now. And if there's an enemy in Barbados, that enemy is crime, that enemy is inflation, that enemy is the loss of the freedom of speech, that enemy is the fear that Barbadians feel from day to day. People fear tomorrow. We've not come here to attack in any personal way any member of the government. But we know that this government is responsible for a lot of the enemies that confront the people in Barbados today. And we are not here about any personal confrontation of any member of the government from top to bottom. We want to confront the problems that this government has visited on the people of Barbados. Here. And I repeat, mine is a mission in humility. When people open the doors to you and welcome you in the way that you've welcomed me this morning, how can I be anything but humble? And how can I not say that I don't come here about leadership? I repeat, I come to join in the leadership of this party. And to join with Dr. Yearwood. And to join with Steve Blackett. And I call those names deliberately. And wherever Steve is this morning, he will get the message. I visited this place on Wednesday. And Steve and I met at the bottom of the stairs. And the warmth with which we greeted each other. Just as I greeted my old friend Derek Allen this morning with a hug. It was all love. I spoke to Pastor Durant last night. He called me late in the night. And the theme of our conversation was healing. Let us heal ourselves. It is an act of healing that brings me here. You've invited me. And I've applied. So it's an invitation, it's a mutual invitation.
Negotiation.
A negotiation rooted in love of country and love of this party, the love that you've demonstrated, Derek, by being here day after day, year after year, month after month, decade after decade. This man is a standard bearer of this Democratic Labour Party. This gentleman, my constituent, standard bearer. And I want to send a message to Steve that the warmth with which he greeted me here the other day, that warmth must still exist between us. Honestly, I spoke to Dr. Yearwood as well. And the personal message to Dr. Yearwood, let us join our hands together. Not to lead. The more important mission is to heal this party. Let us not mislead the public into believing that all is well.
Right, correct.
But more importantly, Derek, it is well with our soul.
That's right. We are at peace.
We are at peace. And we know what happens in opposition parties.
Correct.
There's disunity in the government.
Yes.
But the leader of the government has access to massive resources. So that can patch the disunity in the government party. The disunity that is present here, we will patch it up too. We all have wounds. I have come with wounds. And I can't heal my wounds by myself.
True.
This Democratic Labour Party,
Brethren and sister.
I ask you to help to heal my wounds. But the more important wounds that exist in this country are the wounds of the people of this country. As I said, poverty. Several people have been cast into poverty in this country and it has now reached the point of destitution. That is what needs healing in this country. People are not leaving home at night to go to football because they're afraid of crime. Let us heal that. So let us not worry about our personal wounds. Let us be more concerned with how this country is wounded. I talked about recently this week the brain drain. We are losing our best young minds to immigration. Let us heal those wounds of doubt and loss of faith in this country and hopelessness and despair. Those are the wounds we have to heal. And we cannot, as a party, an organization, heal those wounds unless we agree to heal our own wounds. And I am absolutely confident that we will go forward stronger. Let us locate the soul of this party. And you cannot locate the soul of this party unless you find your way back to the right excellent Errol Walton Barrow. Young Shakwani gave me a very warm welcome. Thank you, Shakwani. And it is your generation in politics that must know that name, Errol Walton Barrow.
That's correct.
Sir James Cameron Tudor.
That's right.
They are departed, but their spirit will never depart from this country.
Got that right.
Sir Branford Tate, Sir Richard Haynes, these are all men who are physically dead, but we want their spirits to infuse the soul of the Democratic Labour Party and Dr. Ramesses Scadal, so that the wounds that we think we have, those souls, those spirits that built this organization must heal our wounds, so that the little conflicts that may appear. I know human feeling, and I know how the human being is made up, and people will suffer disappointment, but personal disappointment cannot be more important than the need for this party to reach into its soul, to reach into its past, to reach back to Sir Errol Walton Barrow, to reach back to Dr. Richard Haynes, Christopher Haynes, Branford Tate, Sir Branford Tate, Ramesses Scadal, as Derek said, and find our soul, find a way to the mission that awaits us. And I've said the mission is to heal those national wounds. After we fight, our wounds cannot be as important as the need to heal national wounds. So that is how I come to you this morning, in humility. I have met your amazing grace this morning.
Thank you.
I have met amazing grace. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. It's grace that brought me safe thus far.